Now this is the fly I'm going to be tying. This is a temple dog style of the alley shrimp. It's one I've tied for many years, and it's very popular. I mean, the alley shrimp's a great popular fly. Basically all I've done is removed, if you imagine, there should be a tail there if it was a normal alley shrimp. I've put it on as a wing. It's as simple as that. The rest is the same, with the addition of jungle cock. Now that is optional, it's up to yourself. Now what you tie it on is up to you as well. Where you tie it on, there's lots of tubes. You could do it plastic, alloy, tungsten, copper, you name it. Yeah, this is a US tubing. This is the 13mm. And what I've done here is I've got the inner tubing, just clear inner tubing. I've melted the end, slipped it on. I'm using the HMH tube fly adapter to hold it in the pin, so I just push it on. But to secure it in a wee bit better, what I'm doing is just the very end there, I'm just tightening up onto it and pulling down onto the needle, and it's the very end of the tube I'm tightening up so it doesn't move. Thread I'm going to be using is the uni thread. In this case it's a fire orange and 8/0. You could use 6/0, it's up to yourself. I'm just waxing the thread to get it started. Then when you start the thread on the inner tubing, I'm just going to build up some thread turns, so that basically I'm building a step of thread up onto the silver tube. Once I get there, I'm just going to then put a layer of thread all the way down to about maybe a centimetre or so from the end of the tube. I'm leaving this here as a silver obviously, but at the same time so I can put a sleeve on there for holding your hook straight. Now the rib is an oval silver tinsel. It's a small or medium size, it's fine. Tie this the length of the body, scratch it with 2 or 3 turns. Now body's red and black. The red I'm going to be using is the Uni-Floss. It's a Chinese red. It's a lovely red. It's a fluorescent red. So catching that in halfway up, so that gives me the measure for the body. So then we nice and tight, wind up, and then bring the floss up, nice and tight. This point here, across your thread, screw it in 3 or 4 turns. Now you can see on this side I'm trimming the waste piece of the oval tinsel as well as the floss there, and basically what I'm going to do is just secure them in. And the way back down I'm going to tie in some black floss, just a standard black Uni-Floss or rayon floss, whatever you have. Swing down, and back up with your thread, then form our second part of the body. There, across my thread, make sure you're nice and tight, trim away the floss, let the wax on my thread and just tidy this area up a bit. We tie the underwing against this slight taper which I've built up with the thread onto the tube. This will help lift it. Again, just making sure it's tidy. That looks fine. We can bring the rib up. So we do a couple of turns onto the actual tube. That then locks in or stops the floss sliding onto the bare tube, and then we can rib the fly. Tie this off. Again, you can tidy up, trim away your rib. Now for the underwing, I'm going to be using a golden pheasant tippet dyed, in this case hot orange. You can use natural if you want, so tie it up to yourself. Just the hot orange just makes it a wee bit more, a bit warmer. Now I'm not going to be too fussy with this feather, so I've got a medium to a large size feather in this size of fly, taking away some of the fluff. Now I just want basically the tips or to the back of if you imagine maybe about a centimetre by. I'm just going to roll the fibre. I'll roll it within my fingers. The whole feather, I'm going to tie in the whole feather. I'm going to set this on top. 2 or 3 turns. And just tap this just to see how it's sitting. Basically, I'll just put colour in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can trim away the waste. On top of that, I'm going to tie in some grey squirrel, just the longer grey squirrel fibres you need for this. So I'm basically near the top of the tail. So bring them out 90 degrees from the stem of the tail. Then we can trim away once the tips have lined up. So there's the length I want. Hold that. Trim away the waste. Wax onto my thread. Then I'm going to just come in here with 2 or 3 turns just to catch it. Sometimes I would cut the thread into these cut ends, but what I'm going to do is put some super glue in there on the cut ends. Just give it a second to soak in. And then we're going to tighten up on that nice and tight. I'll never pull out last long. Now you've got to do this with some of these flies. The reason being is that we're casting them a fair distance, and you've got to make sure that everyone's tied in nice and strong. Now when you've got to this point, what I like to do is get some, say an orange. In this case, this is the Flashaboo dubbin. This is orange. There's Light Bright's got their own. There's lots of stuff. I'm going to pull out some, just as a dubbin, and then I'm going to dip it onto my thread. Come up. Then I'm going to lift the wing, and then basically come in with 2 or 3 turns in there. This lifts it up, and then come in front. And need a wee touch more. I want some of these fibres, I'm going to brush them out or use some Velcro to brush up into the wing itself. And then end up with your thread in front. There we are. It does look quite kind of messy at this point. And what I'm going to do using some Velcro, I'm going to brush, pull up some of the Flashaboo dubbin using the Velcro into the wing. You see how that kind of mixes. Some of it's too long, trim them away. But other than that, that's it. See how the wing's sitting up? With the dubbin behind it helps to hold it and keeps your wing up. Now, next part of the wing, so I'm using some Artic Fox, some of the tail, and hot orange. Go close to the skin. Give you some of the fluff at the bottom here. Now this has to be longer than the grey, so you're basically what you're doing is tapering out. So there's my length. Again, what I'm going to do here is square up the ends. Make sure there's wax on my thread. I'm going to come down a wee bit, make sure I've got a base of thread to tie on the Artic Fox. So we come in, catch it there. What I mean by cutting into the, you basically cut into the ends just by pushing the thread in. But in this case I'm catching it down whole and pulling it in 2 or 3 turns. And then using super glue, just touch the ends. Giving it a second and then tying on top. And this here, it will never pull out. And then just going to brush this through so it's sitting. Now what I need is a wee bit of flash. Lots of flashes you can use in the wing. I'm just using some Krinkle flash in orange. So I've got 2 strands here. I want then the length of the underwing. So there we go. Length of the Artic Fox. Just tie that on the top, 2 or 3 turns. And then the waist ends, I'm just going to take one down either side of the wing. Fold them back and tie on top. So that basically then puts the flash into the wing. Just like that. Now what we're ready now for is tying some goat dyed, a nice hot orange. It's just goat, So again, what we're doing is we're tapering out. So we started off with Tippet, Grey Squirrel, Artic Fox, and now we're going to tie in the goat. So we just lay that on the top, just get the length that we want. Nice taper, it's fine. Again, I'm just going to trim this, just as we did with the Artic Fox. Tie it on the top, 2 or 3 turns, just to get it started, see where we are. Just checking the length. Want that nice taper, like so give you that teardrop shape, that's what you're looking for. So the movements in your fly. Again, a wee touch of super glue, and we can basically tidy this up. You see how things are sitting. Looks fine. Now as we've tapered out, we can taper back. Now I've got some silver fox, and this is well, basically the same. It's what is a fluorescent orange and then a hot orange dye. I've dyed this myself, and this is basically to taper back. It's a very soft hair. This tanuki or anything like that would be ideal, or you can come back with Artic Fox. It's up to yourself. So get the length, which basically tapering towards the underwing really of the Artic Fox. So we set that on the top. If you don't like tying it in the way I do, you just basically tie it in like this. So 3 or 4 turns, just tap it with your finger just to spread the fibre. You see how that there, you can see there's the wing. So again, tapering back. And then we can trim away. So just touch it with my nail. We touch a super glue again, and then we can really tighten up. Now, if you don't use it, the super glue is fine. I mean, I can tie the fly without the super glue, but the thing about it is this makes the fly last far longer, more durable. If you're going away a long journey, if you're going to Russia or Norway and stuff like that, you want your fly to last. So anyway, the optional part is the jungle cock. So I've got 2 jungle cock eyes. These are large, you can have them small or large, up to yourself. Now what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to draw back some of the fibre, and put both on at the same time. Share the same length. Come underneath. And I'm putting these basically on the side, so but I'm tying onto some of the fibre, not straight onto the stem. Tying onto the fibre helps control the feather, it stops it sort of twisting and rolling on you. So 3 or 4 turns down, we can then fold these back for strength. Tie them down. Trim these away, the waist ends. Wax on your thread. Nice piece of thread down for tying your hackle on. Just using, it's just a Chinese neck I've dyed a hot orange. Using one of the larger feathers. Now the fibre length, you're looking, there's the wing length that we're tapering back, that's about half. If you look at the stem, again, so it's tapering, fly stem tapering back. Take away the fluff. Just trimming the stem so we can tie this in. Wax on your thread, nice and tight. And make sure that you're winding over a good base of thread. Just fold the hackle, it's easy to fold the hackle once you've tied it in. And then we do a turn in front of the other. Working my way down. This is tidying the head up. If you don't want to, I'm going to put a turbo disc on this, or a UFO disc, depending on the company you buy them from. Just wind down, keeping a hold of the fibres, right to your thread. Just take your time, keep it tight. When you're happy, then you can basically catch it in 3 or 4 turns, fold it back, form a reasonable small head. See how small a head you can actually get. Keeping the thread tight, get your whip finishing tool. Oops. Just I go straight in and whip finish. Keep it nice and tight. Finishing off with the hackle basically tidies up. So there's the tip of that hackle there, we can then trim that away. Just to show you the shape and help you get the shape of the fly, just get the hairdryer, so just blow this on. You'll see the shape and the taper of your fly. Looks fine. A lot of movement in it. Get the turbo disc. It can be silver, gold, red, orange, whatever colour you like. In this case it's silver. So we just basically put this on. But what you do is get some super glue. Just touch the head all the way around. And slightly onto the tube. And we slide our disc on. Now it could be, you could leave it as it is, you don't need the disc, it's up to yourself. Just pull it nice and tight up against the head. It sets really hard. I like to get it right, nice and tight. That should be up nice and solid. You can see your shape there, you can see your taper. So you're tapering out, tapering back, great colour combination. So it's a good fly to coloured water. Just 1 or 2 of the fibres there a wee bit long, so just take them out. And then what we do is take it off and melt the end. So pull it off the pin. So at the end here I'm cutting it maybe 1.5 mm, 2 mm from the disc. Now to get it to flare, to sit better, now what you do is, when you've got a lighter here, just bring it round the edge, all the way around. This will flare it out. Allow it to obviously cool down. Just put this in the pin so you can actually see it, but make sure it's cool before you do this. So, and there we are. You've got a nice taper, a nice shape, a lot of movement in the fly, nice colours. I say you've got the mix jungle cock. You can see the colours under the body. Now obviously you've got enough there to put the sleeving on to hold your hook straight. And there you go, that's your alley shrimp temple dog. Great fly to have. Good in coloured water, as I say. If you're looking for movement in a fly, there's certainly one to have and tie. You can see you can tie in different colours. This is just the obviously orange version. You could tie like there's many cascade style flies you could do that with. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and that's your alley shrimp temple dog.